How's it going, guys? Just trying to sort the old camera out here. I'll do my best. If you want it a little bit lower, you'll have to let me know. Bring you in a little bit closer. Just try giving that a go. This bloody tripod to work. Right, I'm just going to get started on this KWA. It's been on the live stream a few times, to be honest, but it's got to have the new MOSFET in it today. So I'll be replacing the Aster with a Titan. Most of this stuff we don't need. How's it going, chaps? This one should be a quick job, to be honest. Hi Nicky, how's it going, mate? How you been? Bit of a different one because I'm on my phone. Obviously, I've doing this from the home workshop rather than the desk. So just because I've cleared the desk out, well, cleared the bench out today because it's usually full of like absolutely everything, gun parts, gun bits. This is a custom KWA for the Bespoke Airsoft web store. 3 were made, 1 was kept, 2 were being done for retail. I've already finished 1 which went in the shop, and a young lad came in and bought it, so I was having to get this one finished. It's already done, it's already been Cerakoted and had all the markings put on it there, as you'll see. But I'm sorting my GMP stoner as well. Not an uncommon thing if you've got a GMP stoner to be constantly working on it. So, I've got the right screw here. I think so. Right. But yeah, it's a bit different. So I'm not in the office today. So I thought while I'm doing these few jobs, just jump on, see if anyone's about. Are you going to colour the logos and the fire selector? No, this is how it comes. So you've got Valkyrie VMP9 markings. You've got the Valkyrie logo on the side there. It's designed to be quite subtle. And then on the upper, you've got Valkyrie VMP9 there. It might be coming through backwards on the camera, so I do apologise, because it's on the front-facing camera. But we were originally going to put Asters in these and then realised the Asters won't work because they don't work with the KWA gearboxes. So we're going to have to do this instead. Anyone been out gaming today or yesterday? Still looking sharp, thanks for that. As I say, it should be a fairly quick install, to be honest, because most of the bits have been done. Just getting the MOSFET switched over to the Titan. So route the wires through here. It's always getting tangled. Yeah. It's had custom trigger, max model trigger even, max model piston head. So a nice Lilacs barrel and hot rubber. You get like 3 extra mags with it. It's a lot of custom work there, to be honest, for the price that we're selling them for, and the fact that we've only done 2 for sale. So that's it, we won't be doing any more. It's like the first one was sold in the shop. A young lad come in and bought it. He said, you know, will you be doing many of these? I said, no, that one that you're holding there is one of 2. So you're very unlikely that you'll see another one on the field. And that's what I wanted out of the custom build. It needs to be an exclusive thing. The last thing you want is to go out on the field and see multiple people with it, because it's no longer unique. So we settled on 2, and that's what we'll stick to. Just getting these wires pressed in here. You have to let me know if you want the camera changing, but I'll do my best. Do the best with what I have. So let's put the trigger in here. I'll land to reverse on that chain. Here's a set. Pistons in. This is already greased because I've already done it once. Let's put the other half of the Titan board on. Got the mental capacity to build it today then. Hi Corey. Yeah, I've been building this off for a while just because we've been so busy. And then as soon as we sold the one in the shop, it's kind of like just pushed it forward because we've no longer got one in stock. So this will get built, take it down with me on Tuesday, and probably get it live on the website tomorrow. And then it will be in store as well on Tuesday. And then that'll be it, and then we'll be moving on to something else. So probably looking at doing like a little bit of a custom section in store and just sort of keeping it off the web, because when we do custom builds or packages or anything like that, it goes on the web, and then those that come in store will ask about it, and it's usually out of stock, so they usually do pretty well. So what we want to do is do some in-store only stuff as well. We've got the Boneyard stuff there at the moment, but I was thinking about just doing a simple thing of just grabbing guns off the shelves, putting bits with them like optics and stuff and mags and perhaps a case, doing some nice package builds, perhaps changing a few internal components and just putting it on the wall and just saying this is what it is. When it's sold, and we'll just move on to something else. It's what I used to do in the old shop in Cannock, and it used to go down very well with those that would come in and see me. Things would not last very long at all. So just putting the casing on here. Let's flip this over. Take that out. Let's get the tappet plate spring in. I do like this feature on the KWA boxes where you can put it in afterwards, which makes it so much easier. You haven't got the spring trying to push any components up and out of the way. Get this on. That's on. That's good to go. Nice and quick and easy. So much easier to do as well when I haven't got like a camera system sitting in the way of where I'm sitting. If you do send a message and I don't see it, just send it again, because this screen on the phone tends to take them off pretty much straight away. Just get that on there. We've been to do a bit of live streaming the past few weekends, but I've just had so much Cerakote stuff to do. I think it was last weekend or the weekend before, did a nice V10 compact build. I don't know if you can see the mark, there we go. It's got all the markings on. Yeah, nice midnight bronze and graphite black. But every time I put a video up on the platforms about this pistol, either YouTube, Facebook or TikTok, Instagram, they just don't seem to like it, and it keeps getting taken down. I watched you live before, it's the first time. At least I might be able to learn something, even though I still have to upgrade my T11, but was going to do on Friday, but went camping instead. That's the thing, and it's stuff always gets in the way. So as long as you enjoy doing it, you won't have a problem. So let's get these fitted here. We want the bolt release in there as well. Make sure this is set to safe. Which way I punch this in? It was that side. There we go. Let's get an old tappy and smack that pin in. Pin in. I do like how nice and easy these guns are to work on. Parts for it, but needs to get the TDC. Yeah, it's always a pain when you're waiting for one part to turn up. Got quite a few guns in with me at the moment for custom work, and it's just like waiting on odd things. And you've got like 95% of the components there, and you're just waiting on that last component from, I don't know, perhaps you've had to order it from somewhere else. It's a pain in the backside, but no point rushing it. You might as well just wait till you've got everything in front of you. And just do it in one go. There we go. So how are we all? Did anyone go to NAE? Took me 5 weeks for my new SX623 to come from Nov. It was mad with customers and UPS. Yeah, UPS are not doing very well at the moment. And everybody that I know that I've spoke to that deals with them has had issues. But what can you do when they're one of the biggest companies around? Just have to either suck it up and still use them, or potentially just use someone else. But I think they're all pretty much as bad as one another at the moment, so no matter who you use, you're going to be pretty stuck. When this is done, I might jump upstairs on the desktop and perhaps do a bit of gaming. I think we're going to try that new Alien Fireteam game out, maybe. Do you know if anyone makes an aftermarket hop-up unit for the KWA QRF Mod 1? Did my research cover on YouTube. There's no point putting an aftermarket hop unit in the QRF Mod 1. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with the hop unit. Make sure you've got a good barrel in there. Make sure you've got a good hot rubber. I've got a QRF Mod 1 myself, and it is flawless, and I've never even thought that I'd have to... I think what you're sort of referring to is just replacing it just because someone has a nice shiny part. I think even if someone like Max Model did a hop unit for it, I don't think I'd buy it because there's nothing wrong with the standard part. So, hope that helps. Okay. Put this grip on here. We're smashing through it today. It's a little bit easier when you're on a proper workbench with a nice clean workspace with a bit more room. No problem, Luke. Yeah, I was thinking about doing this live stream. I thought, well, I'll put it up on the Facebook page, and then I was like, oh, should I do a YouTube thing? Should I do a Twitch thing? I never really know quite what platform to put it on. So I was like, we've got the biggest following on YouTube compared to the other social medias, so I'll just go for that one. And it's kind of mad, really, because you have, like, I suppose the amount of people that are subscribed to you that tune in is a very small amount compared to what following you actually have on the platform. Perhaps nowadays people just follow you as a term of like supporting you and then don't actually watch your videos at all. So, but what can you do? Can't force people, can you? So, let's get these bent over. I suppose the plus side of doing it on a phone is I can move the phone round, where you can't really move a desk and a PC and all your webcams and stuff. Well, you could move them, it's not the easiest thing to do, especially when you're doing a live stream. So, or can you? Maybe putting your desk on wheels, Corey? How are you today anyway, Corey? You said you were working today? Or? I suppose I've really got Corey to thank for sort of telling me to do this, and I was like dragging my feet with it. I can't be bothered type thing. Too much to do. Right, that's on. Get this grip in. Move that wire over. That was in response to you saying can't force people to watch. Well, if you know a way, let me know. You will watch my video. Come on. Motor's not wanting to sit in position today. There we go. So no one here went to the NAF or whatever they call it now. A big airsoft event down south. I know there was probably, I've been told there was about, well, I think Corey, you said there was about 2,000 people there. It's bound to be some juicy stories. There we go. Lower's done. Got the Lilacs Prometheus hop and barrel in there. Nice and beautiful. Assembled. Too far for you. What are your thoughts on the Warhead Industries motors? I've got a Warhead Industries motor. They sent me one. And it's just one of those things where I haven't had a chance to fit it into anything yet. Because I was thinking about putting it in. Obviously, I've built one of these VMP9s for Manda, and I was thinking about putting it in there because it doesn't have. All it has is a MOSFET in there, so I was thinking of putting it on, seeing how I get on with it. But so far, I haven't really touched it, so I can't really say anymore. Let's get a battery and test this thing. Just make sure it powers up. I've got the 3 beeps. The motor needs adjusting. Get a nice flat head and do that. Just pushed in a little bit too much. Nice and rapid. And that's on a, get the connector off. It's on a 1300 Bigfoot battery, 11.120C. So let's get this pushed in here. Sounds like the Jack Russell at work. Is that something, do you call someone the Jack Russell, or do you actually have a Jack Russell at work? Welcome, Lazy Dad. Sounds nice, like a loud puke. Thanks very much. I've got the mag for it somewhere. Let's pop the mag in. Show you what this thing looks like. Mod.3 mag there. It really does. It's a really nice feisty little gun. Comes with the magazine that comes in the box, obviously, and we also throw in a pack of 3 mags. One of the guests has one with them. Just thought it was code for someone that you work with, someone that just never shuts up and yaps all the time, maybe. Comment. So I'll keep the Dean's connector out. Here we are. That's all done. Can't beat a good old gate tighten. That was a nice quick job, so we have one of those too. I think prefer the look of that over the ARP9. Love how the front rail looks. Yeah, it's a lovely gun, to be honest. If you've seen my my older videos, the QRF Mod.1, I really do love that gun. It's my little CQB baby, and this is basically just sort of following on from that, really. A nice custom job, some Cerakote. The paint is an exclusive blend. As far as I'm aware, there's only 4 guns with this paint colour on. There's the 3 QRF Mod.3s that I've done. One we've kept, 2 that have gone for sale, and there's also a Wolverine MTW which I built for Josh. I can't remember the name of his business on the top of my head. He's gonna have a go at me for that, but I'm gonna blame that I'm too tired to remember the name. Where can I find this giant mouse pad thing? We actually sell these on the shop, so they're like 10 quid. It's basically like a tech mat. It's like an Aries Striker tech mat. So I like them because they're really wide. With it being an Aries Striker tech mat, if you're working on a sniper rifle, it just means that no matter where the gun parts are, you know, you're covered on the bench. And this is like, I've got resin on it, I've got all kinds of stuff on it, and it's still going. So they're on the web store at the moment. Just put your Striker on the search bar, I think it's called a Striker Tech Mat. They're like $9.99, so really good. I suppose you could use it as a mouse pad. To be honest, I'd probably be better with one of these than the current mouse pad I've got because it's quite thick, so it raises everything off the desk. So yeah, so I can do one of three things now. I can work a bit on the TAP 41. I can get this custom MTR 16 that I need to do, or I can work on a sci-fi Spacey XR5 that's got to be put back together before it goes for paint. So, any preference to those that are watching? Let's get this put back in the box anyway. $11.99. Sorry, it was close. But it's about a tenner. You'll probably find that it's just gone up in price slightly because everything coming into the country at the moment's got inflated prices on it. Let's get this put in the box, ready to go to a very lucky owner. So, let's try it. Pop these bits in here. So we've got the KWA bits, we've got the Gate Titan box, we've got the pack of 3 mags. So you're getting a gun, an SMG that can be used straight away. We didn't put batteries and chargers with it, literally because the price was just increasing. And the price is a little bit higher just because I've only done 2 of them. They're a very exclusive thing. The laser engraving was all done in-house. The Cerakote was all done in-house, and it's our custom take on what the QRF Mod.3 should be and how perhaps we think KWA should do them. Yes, KWA give you a Titan battery, and they give you like a nice external finish on the guns, and I think they give you Gate Titans as well in terms of the MOSFETs. But they stop there. These guns really respond well from a nice barrel and hot rubber, which they don't do, and they also respond really well from a max model trigger and a max model piston head. So the standard piston heads that they come with, which I've got one here I can show you. There's absolutely no porting on the front, so there's nothing to expand that O-ring out as the piston goes down the cylinder. So if you do have a KWA, first thing I'd say that you change is the hot rubber. Do a barrel as well at the same time if you want some better performance. Max model piston head and a Titan. And you've got an absolute stonking gun there. And we're getting a bit of a name for ourselves for building these KWAs. We built so many of them. When all the custom T10s came into the country, they got shipped straight from the factory in Taiwan. They didn't go to KWA US. They came straight into the UK, and it was actually myself at Bespoke that built them all. So whether you bought a custom KWA T10 from a different retailer, we put all the MOSFETs in because they shipped them to us. They ship them all separately. So if you want to get a nice KWA from us, just speak to us. We'll always build them to order as well. But that's all done. Let's move on to the next thing. Oh, which is a gas gun. One of our customers that comes in the store. So he's got an MTR 16, so a nice Lilacs barrel, 9-ball hot rubber, the extended hop arm, and we've got some other bits in here. Got a spring set to put in there. It's actually supplied me 2 spring sets. So he's probably 2 nozzle spring sets, so I have to check which one he wants fitting. But we can do these bits. Basically, he's had the gun. He's having the gun done in the exact same way that I've got my MTR 16, which I grabbed for you, but I think it's upstairs. get this thing stripped down. These are an absolute pain in the backside. Let's get you moved up here. Obviously some people that were watching that aren't TM fans could just had a plummet in the viewers. But, you know, if it's not for you, fully understand. I might have to heat this up to get the barrel nut off, because they are thread locked in place. Well, come on guys, what's everyone up to today? What you're doing? Are you gaming? Have you been airsofting today? Are you just chilling out? I do like these MTRs, the way that they screw into the gas block, because it makes that rail just so nice and rigid, it doesn't move. Let's get this off into 2.5. Still recovering from Rift weekend, so no airsoft this week. Ran my Kythera, nice. Yeah, I think I think you get to a certain age, don't you, and you need longer to recover from these days, depending on how hard you push yourself. Chilling out now and then back to work in the morning. Feel ya. I only get Sundays at the moment because obviously Saturdays are open in the shop. So we do have a new member of staff in the shop in Slough. His name's Wesley. He's really nice lad. So we'll be introducing him on the YouTube soon, I think, because I know he wants to get into sort of doing the video bits as well. So we'll be trying to get him introduced into that, get him doing some videos maybe. He's had a good influence in the shop. He came in just like, you know, not many people come into a new job and just speak their mind and say what they think you should change, and Wes is quite good with that. So we've been changing a few things around the shop for the better. Up at 5:20 in the morning. Oof, more you than me. I bet you don't do the same commute that I do though. Let's get these extra bits off. Don't think we actually do anything to the mower. So we've got bolt parts. Got a new sealing rubber. Got a valve. He's basically just having the same parts I fitted to mine, because mine's set up as a DMR. 25-mile drive to work. Yeah, I do 130 miles to work and 130 miles back. So I leave at 8 in the morning and I get to the shop about 10:30. But I'm glad I don't wake up at like 5:30 in the morning, or leave at 5:30 in the morning, whichever one it was. Gets me to get this grease off. Rag anywhere. Oh. What audiobooks are you on now then? Just done another trilogy In fact, I've done 2 trilogies. So over the past month, I think I've done 6 books. So I honestly can't remember which ones they were now. The one I've just done was, I think it was a series called Extracted, which is quite good. It's about time travel and stuff. So anything to take your mind off the mileage that you do is always worth it. Just going to pull this thing completely apart. In fact, no, that can stay there if that's nice and tight. Roller bearing's good. So yeah, I'm getting through the audiobooks, but I love it better than being stuck in a warehouse with managers and supervisors. What do you do then? What is it you do to get up that early in the morning? Take these screws off. Gonna come off. Yep. Spring pops out. There we go. Pops off the back. Very simple these are. O-ring looks good in there, so I'll leave that. Take the rubber seal off the back. Like so. Then we're going to put the nice dynamic precision one on there, the green one. Come on, there we go. Spring set comes out. Come out valve or not? There we go. So springs that he wants to do. Let's match them up, shall we? Let's put the dynamic ones in. Deliver internal and external doors. Okay. So we're going to replace the nozzle spring. Now played at Westminster Airsoft. Yeah, it's a good site. I've played both their sites, and I always go to their in-range site, which is very good. What do I need? I need the valve. Where did I put the valve? There it is. So this is the high flow valve for the Maruis, which replaces the standard one. It's like a very odd shape. Drop this in there carefully. Sure it sits in correctly. Come on. There we go, that's in. So now we have to change this spring. Sorry if I'm going quiet here, guys, I'm just trying to stay focused on what I'm doing. Anyone interested in the TM Cycle 12 gauge? Yes, I'll be getting one of those. I work in a shop that has a small airsoft section that seems to be ever depleting as they have taken away the target range we had. Oh. starting airsoft. Does anybody know any good sites around Surrey? I'd probably use a Google search for that, obviously, because it's going to just show you the local sites. Talk age. Only place I've been is Phoenix Airsoft. Very good site to play. Can't wait to go back and use the T11. You have to let us know how you got on. Do you like the T11s? They're very good rifles. This pin doesn't want to come out. Let's give it a tap. Stay still. Pin does not want to come out. Oh, it's coming. We're getting there. Just need it far enough out so we can get the spring out. Let's grip it with the pliers. Yes. And if someone has a question about a riff that I haven't used, I always refer them to this channel. If you have a video on it, as I know you do things properly, thank you very much. It's very kind. No, it is. Thank you. Redcon 2 plus my 249 equals heaven and dead arms. I don't think there's any other Saigers around in airsoft. No, it'll be the first. So I was actually watching a video on it today. So I'm very excited for that to come out. I'll be definitely picking up one of those. These bloody split pins. I don't like split pins at all. They're very unpredictable. There we go. So I'll pop his spring on here. Put it on a hard surface and give it a tap. Okay. Pop the other side on. That was very easy. I do want to tap that metal pin in a bit more because it's sitting a little bit proud. Do it properly, no point rushing it. Go in there, push that in, let me put the nozzle screw back in. Dead simple like that. When will you do a video on how to get more gas in our TMMP7 GBB mags like you did on the M4 gas mag? Well, it's very simple. You'd follow the guide. So all you'd have to do is extract your valve out of your MP7 mags. Tell you what, Mark, because I've been trying to get a TMMP7 in to do the video that you want me to do. If you want to send me your MP7 and all your mags, I'll do them for you and I'll video it while I do it. So we'll get a video up, but I'll have already done all your mags for you. So and I won't charge you for it just because I'll need the gun to do the video. So if you want to do that, you're more than welcome. Do they do a short barrel for T11? I think they do, yes. So that's all together. I'm going to pop this new seal on. That's the nozzle all built together. Pop this in here. Pull that out. Put the stopper guide in. There we go, like that. We do need to extract the spring off here. Like so. Spring pops out of the nozzle housing. I'm going to put the new spring in. There we go. That's all on there. A strong push on the bolt. Sounds like a great deal. Yeah. Well, it's up to you. One more spring to go. Pop these screws on. There you go, Mark. Problem solved. There we go. So the bolt is all done. I need to get the barrel off. That's going to be hard to do on camera. I just need to get the tool for it. Right. Well, I've done the stupid thing of not taking the buffer spring out first. Naughty Jim Bob. And I'm going to have to heat this up with a torch to get this off. So, let's get the blowtorch. Do with the blowtorch. We'll use a mini one. Should be more than enough. Can't spot the big one. What we're doing is releasing that Loctite and also expanding the material a little bit so it's easy to pull off. They're renowned for being difficult to get off. You can actually see the Loctite bubbling a little bit. If this doesn't work, I'm going to have to get the big one. So let's get this off. Find the big one. There we go. Give this a tap as well. So try and loosen this off. And that's what it takes to get one of those off. Pain in the backside. Still very hot. Right, let's put it to one side. Put the spacer section off, and now we can remove this. There's a wrench. Which is also Loctite on. See if that does the old job. Oh, there we go. Pain. So let's check the comments. Food. The good old threads can't be tight if it's a liquid. I've achieved a knife kill. To be honest, Jack, if I'm ever that close to kill someone with a knife, I don't mess about. I just shoot them anyway. Kind of rubber knife to use. Right, I need to wait for this to cool down. There's the air gun. Still a tad hot. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is taking a dreaded MTR apart. They do not play ball at all, and that is the barrel that comes in them. It's very short, so the barrel that's going in there, you know, almost twice as long, and that's how they keep the FPS down, the MTRs. But if you're modifying it and sort of taking it to a DMR spec anyway, it doesn't matter. So lock it to semi, boost the power up, enjoy long range precision shooting. So let's pull that O-ring off, put that barrel to one side. Barrel out. I'm going to nick the O-ring off the standard barrel. Put that on the Hilux one. Got another little O-ring which sits close to the hop unit. Let's pop that on there. And then for this, we're going to fit his 9-bore hop. Pop that over. We're going to need his hop arm. A lot of parts going into this from the get-go. This part is so expensive, it's like 30 quid. That tiny little piece of metal. Outrageous. But it does a job, so let's fit that hop arm in there. And then we need to put the O-ring on the hop. Which will hold the hop together. And now Jacob can enjoy high FPS semi-auto goodness. There we go. It's all fitted. Barrel now comes to about here on the outer barrel. You're told the stock inner barrel and rubber is decent as is stock. Would you recommend that's right, or would you recommend one? In the Marui stuff, yes. The stock hop and barrels are very good. Oh, on the 249. Which brand of M249 do you have? So, which is it? The A&K? Turn the hop off. Barrel goes in. Barrel nut goes on. Tighten that up. Oh, that's tight. Get the spacer on there. We want it in that orientation. Come on, go on. There's a high spot there, so let's tuck that in. There we go. See how many of these I've built? Pick up these little tricks here and there just to make your job and life a lot easier. Securing nut goes on the end. tighten this on. There we go. Now we can put the rail on. Well, no, we can't. Let's put the gas block on first. Gas block goes on. So we need a 2.5, where I put that. That's the 2. There we are. Make sure that's centered. Gas block's fitted. Rail can go on now. T20 Torx bits, and there's a T10 on the top which secures it to the gas block. See more screws. And then we'll just put in a screwdriver in the end there just so I can get a bit more torque on the T20. This will be on there. Sorry for no talking, guys. I'm just trying to concentrate and just switch that for this one. It's done. Top screw for the gas block. Make sure that's centered. T10. And that centers the barrel in the rail, which is very good. I do like this feature, and it's the only reason why on the MTR I kept my standard rail, because I really like that, and just decided to coat it instead. Whereas my short build, I went for a Geisley lower. There we go, flash light is on. Let's pull this out. Upper's done. Lower's back together. I do need some silicone oil to put on the bolts. Just where we've done that seal, let's not forget that. Up. And what we're going to do, just give it a light coat of silicone oil, just rub that over, we are good to go. Yeah, that's everything. Barrel's done, hot rubber's done, hop arm's done, spring set's done, valve, seal. He's bought 2 spring sets, so I've only fitted the one. Not sure whether he thought it might have been a different spring set, but that's all done. Get that together. Put his stop back on. And then we have a nice upgraded TM MTR16. There's your standard bits, pull those out. That's all done. Let's look here. Increase FPS with MTMWS is tight ball barrel, elongate the barrel if you've got an MTR. If you've got a normal MWS, I'll probably just go for a high flow valve and then run it on propane. I love the spread, but ideally would like a little bit more range. More range, you want to look at hot rubbers. Barrel will give you accuracy. It doesn't do anything for your range, so you want to look at your hot rubber. What's their favourite that they own? I'll probably say MWS platform. Too late to reload. I always encourage people to embrace the battle rattle of a drum mag. There's only one good. I've got a drum mag on, which is my M45, and it's literally because it was available when I bought it, and I just have it for one of those. We call it a bushwanker mag, pardon my French, and it's just when you've got someone low down in a bush, and no matter how much you shoot in there with your mid caps, you're just not punching through. Eject your mag, your mid cap or your low cap, whatever you're using. Slap your bushwanker mag in and just let rip until they call it, because some people just like to hide in bushes, don't they, and get dug in, and no matter what you do they won't come out. Let's get this raised up a bit again. I know Corey. But it's what you get, it's what you use for bushwankers, so not that they are wankers, it's just what we call it. So gun is done. And he supplied me a load of mags as well, which I think he wants the valves doing. Just make sure he turns over. I don't know if this mag's got gas in, but let's give it a go. So I've got one magazine which is a short one. I've got 2 normal MWS mags, and he's also supplied me a couple of these Iron Air Soft P mags, which are not very good. They work, they're just not as good as the standard mags. But they look fantastic in the guns. I'm trying to get some Ace 1 Arms ones at the moment for my MWSs, but so we'll have to mod that fire selector as well, so it only does semi-auto. But yeah, we're getting through the jobs today. My M45 and drum combo was primarily used in CQB on semi only. Meant I was the guy radioed in to suppress fire objectives. Well, yeah, it's you know, it's good. It's a nice modular platform. I like my M45. We generally take it now because we've got so many KWAs and TMMWSs that we use, which have had a lot of money pumped into them. We take the M45 as a backup gun, but the one thing I will say, and people never believe me when I say it, is my Aries M45 is the only gun I own that hasn't been upgraded. Got to sort the kids out, catch you later. Thanks for dropping in, Lazy Dad. Appreciate it. So I've got some mag modding to do, and I've got to do his fire selector. So let's do his fire selector first. we ever do some more gameplay videos? I was thinking about it, to be honest with you. It's funny you should mention that, because I've got the gear to do it, and gameplay videos have come on a long way since I was doing them. This is back in the days of the contour cameras, before GoPros were a thing. So I do fancy doing a bit, but I don't feel like I play in like such an aggressive or sort of toxic way which people would watch it, if that makes sense. Nowadays people like to sort of tune into those that do like a lot of controversial gameplay, shall we say, and I just don't have the ability to play like that. So I don't know, I'll look into it. I'll see what we can do. Let's get into the games, which is a problem. Fit any batteries, yeah. Which M45 did you have then? You have one with a PDW style stock? This selector does not want to come out. Agreed. Be the change, James. I appreciate you saying that, but I'll give it a go. If people watch it, then I'll carry on doing it. But just trying to remember for the life of me how I got my selector out of my MTR. I think I have to take it all the way out. Right, let's try and remind myself. Figured out if you're coming down anytime soon. Forgot to ask yesterday. Coming down where? Cornwall? Don't you work in a hotel, Cora? You set me up with a room for the day. You set me up with some accommodation for the day. I'll come down. Wouldn't want to stay at your workplace. Why is that? Is it not a very good hotel? Perhaps we could do like a lock-in at Josh's shop. Stay there. There we go. It's coming. Got it. So fire selector's out, so I'll mod that so it's semi-anime. I knew there was a certain way to get it out. You're not going to give us the goss, Corey? You're going quiet now. Don't blame you. More not your sort of place. Plus it's ridiculously expensive and they don't really do much for staff either. Not my sort of place. What is my sort of place then? You trying to say I'm too down market? Is that what it is? Not a high-end establishment like yours. Are you at work now, Corey, or are you off? Probably jump on the old Discord. This gun's pretty much wrapped up anyway. I've just got to do the mags, which I need to sit at the lathe. So it's not going to really be much viewing pleasure for those joining in, because I'm going to be stood over there with the lathe going, which is going to be a horrendous noise anyway. You're at home. Right, what I'll do then, I'm going to wrap this up and get this gun sorted and just back together so I can get it back to Jacob this week. And then we'll probably jump back on the live, but doing it from the office rather than the workshop, just because it's a lot more difficult to do it in here. So thanks for those joining. Just a quick one. So we were doing the KWA, we were doing the NTR. Just thought I'd jump on a live while I was doing it, see if anyone's got any questions. Thanks for tuning in as always, and we'll be back on a little bit later, and we'll see you very soon. Cheers, guys.